AI will exceed the sum of all human intelligence. And then if that continues, at some point, human intelligence will be less than 1% of all intelligence.
What should our goal be for such a civilization? Is the idea that a small minority of humans still have control over the AIs? Is the idea of some sort of like just trade but no control? How should we think about the relationship between the vast stocks of AI population versus human population?
In the long run, I think I don't. It's difficult to imagine that if humans have, say, 1% of the intelligence of the combined intelligence of artificial intelligence, that humans will be in charge of AI. I think what we can do is make sure it has that AI has values that are that cause intelligence to be propagated into the universe. So the reason for XAI's mission is to understand the universe. So now that's actually very important. So you say, well, what things are necessary to understand the universe? Well, you have to be curious, and you have to exist. You can't understand the universe if you don't exist. So you actually want to increase the amount of intelligence in the universe, increase the probable lifespan of intelligence, the scope and scale of intelligence. I think actually also as a corollary, you have humanity also continuing to expand, because if you're curious, you're trying to understand the universe, one of the things you're trying to understand is where will humanity go? And so I think understanding the universe actually means you would care about propagating humanity into the future. So that's why I think our mission statement is profoundly important.
I'm not sure
to the degree that Grok adheres to that mission statement, I think the future will be very good.
I want to ask about how to make Grok adhere to that mission statement, but at first I want to understand the mission statement. So there's understanding the universe.
Yeah.
They're spreading intelligence, and they're spreading humans. All three seem like distinct vectors.
Okay, well, I'll tell you why I think that understanding the universe encompasses all of those things.
Okay.
You can't have understanding without. I think you can't have understanding without intelligence, and I think without consciousness. So you in order to understand the universe, you have to expand the scale and probably the scope of intelligence. Because we have different types of intelligence. If you have physical robots, then you can then you essentially have unlimited capability. Physical robots, I call Optimus the infinite money glitch, because
you can use them to make more Optimuses.
Yeah, you say like humanoid robots will improve as will basically be three exponentials. Three things that are growing exponentially multiplied by each other.
Yes.
Recursively. So you're going to have you have exponential increase in digital intelligence, exponential increase in the chip capability, the AI chip capability, and exponential increase in the electromechanical dexterity. The usefulness of the robot is roughly those three things multiplied by each other. But then the robot can start making the robots. So you have a recursive multiplicative exponential. This is supernova.
And do land prices not factor into the math there, where like labor is one of the 4 factors of production, but not the others? And so like if ultimately you're limited by copper or, pick your input, just it's not quite an infinite money glitch because...
Well, infinity is big. So no, not infinite, but but let's just say you could, do many orders of magnitude of Earth's kind of current economy. Like a million.
Yeah.
So it's this way. So if you, just to get to that's why I think just to get to a millionth, a harnessing a millionth of the sun's energy would be roughly, give or take an order of magnitude, 100,000 times bigger than Earth's entire economy today.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only at 1/millionth of the sun.
Give or take an order of magnitude.
Before we went to Optimus, I have a lot of questions on that, but...
Every time I say order of magnitude, I'm saying...
Yeah, you change rates.
Take a shot every time I say that too often.
10 the next time, 100 the after that.
Yeah, well, order of magnitude more wasted.
I do have one more question about XAI. This strategy of building a digital or remote worker, co-worker replacement...
Yeah, which everyone's going to do, by the way, not just us.
So what is XAI's plan to win?
expect me to tell you on a podcast?
Yeah.
Spill all the beans. Have another Guinness.
It's a good system.
People sing like a canary. All the secrets. Just
Okay, but in a non-secret spilling way, what's the plan?
What a hack.
well, when you put it that way, I think the way that Tesla solved self-driving is the way to do it. So I'm pretty sure that's the way.
Unrelated question. How did Tesla solve self-drive?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're talking about data, like with Tesla self-driving because of the...
I mean, we're gonna try data and we're gonna try algorithms.
But isn't that what all the other labs are trying? Like what's...
And if those don't work, I'm not sure what will. We've tried data. We've tried algorithms.
I'm all out of ideas.
Yeah, we've run out of it. No, we don't know what to do. I'm pretty sure I know the path, and it's just a question of how quickly we go down that path. Because it's pretty much the Tesla path. I mean, have you tried self-driving, Tesla self-driving lately?
Not the most recent version, but
Okay, the car is like, it just increasingly feels sentient. Like it feels like a living creature. And that'll only get more so. I'm actually thinking like we probably shouldn't put too much intelligence into the car because it might get bored and
start roaming the streets.
I mean, imagine you're stuck in a car and that's all you could do. You don't put Einstein in a car. It's like, why am I stuck in a car? So there's actually probably a limit to how much intelligence you put in a car to not have the intelligence be bored.
Like for the policy goal of creating a lead for the US versus China, it seems like the export bans have actually been quite impactful, where China's not producing leading edge chips and the export bans really bite there. China's not producing leading edge turbine engines. And similarly, there's a bunch of export bans that are relevant there on some of the metallurgy. Should there be more export bans? Like, as you think about things like, I mean, there are now the drone industry and things like that, but is that something that should be considered?
Well, I think it's important to appreciate that in most areas, China is very advanced in manufacturing. There's only a few areas where it is not. China is a manufacturing powerhouse next level. Like most people
It's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, if you take like refining of ore, I'd say roughly China does twice as much ore refining of on average as the rest of the world combined. And I think there's some areas like, say, refining gallium, which goes into solar cells. I think they're at like 98% of gallium refining. So China is actually very advanced in manufacturing in I'd say most areas.
It seems like there is discomfort with this supply chain dependence, and yet nothing's really happening on it.
Supply chain dependence?
Dependence on, say, like the gallium refining that you're saying.
Yeah. There's a
And all the rare earth stuff and
rare earths, which are, as you know, not rare.
Yeah.
Like we actually do rare earth ore mining in the U.S. Send the rock, we put it on a train, and then put it on a boat to China that goes on another train, and it goes to the rare earth refiners in China, who then refine it, put it into a magnet, put it into a motor sub-assembly, and then send it back to America. So the thing, we're really missing a lot of ore refining in America. And
isn't this worth a policy intervention?
Yes. Well, I think there are some things being done on that front. But we kind of need Optimus, frankly, to build ore refineries.
So you think the main advantage China has is the abundance of skilled labor, and that's
Yes.
that's the thing Optimus fixes. But also we need the
China's
skilled
got
labor.
like 4 times our population. So.
But we need. So I mean, there's this concern if you think like humanoids are the future that like. Okay, right now, if it's the skilled labor for manufacturing that's determining who can build more humanoids, China has more of those. It manufactures more humanoids. Therefore, it gets the optimized future first.
We'll see.
It just like keeps that exponential going. It seems like you're sort of pointing out that sort of getting to 1 million optimi requires the manufacturing that the Optimi is supposed to help us get to, right?
You can close that recursive loop pretty quickly.
With a small number of Optimi.
Yeah. So you close the recursive loop to help the robots build the robots, and then we can try to get to tens of millions of units a year. Maybe if you start getting to hundreds of millions of units a year, I think you're going to be the most competitive country by far.